As we said earlier, Muslims in Canada and around the world will begin to observe the holy month of Ramadan starting this evening. Joining me now from Ottawa is Imam Farhan Iqbal of the Betun Nasir Mosque. Imam, Ramadan Kareem, thank you for joining us. This is going to be such a different Ramadan than one anyone has ever experienced. So tell us how your congregation will observe the start of this holy month.
Ramadan Mubarak. Thank you for having me. This year, Ramadan is going to be different for us because we won't be able to gather the way we normally do. So what we are doing is we are doing a virtual Ramadan campaign, and you can go to virtualramadan.ca and you can see what kind of activities we are having. Across Canada, imams like myself from coast to coast to coast, we are doing these programs where we are inviting all Canadians to join us virtually for a virtual iftar dinner or even a Ramadan challenge where they try to fast with us. And we are inviting all Canadians to join us in this exercise. How
tough is fasting going to be during Ramadan with very few distractions now when you're at home? What are you concerned about on that front?
Well, I belong to the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jama'at. We are Muslims who believe in the Messiah, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad. And I can tell you, as far as we are concerned across Canada and other Muslims as well, Ramadan is we're going to miss a few things in Ramadan for sure, but we are doing live streams. Our Caliph, His Holiness Mirza Masroor Ahmad, does these Friday sermons nowadays, virtually. We are able to listen to him and watch his Friday sermons every week. And we are doing that, a lot of activities virtually and through live stream and through different platforms, so we can remain connected with our congregations. And also Ramadan is a time, for these kind of situations where we learn patience, we learn perseverance, we turn to prayer for God to take us out of these difficulties and these trials.
And, we've seen throughout Toronto and Ottawa also incredible outreach from the Islamic community, young people who are doing food deliveries within the community. And give me some sense of how you counsel those young people who may need a little bit more help in getting through this self-isolation as we're moving into the holy month.
Well, we are giving them spiritual guidance. Again, with the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jama'at, we are Muslims who believe in the Messiah, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, and we try to, have many activities for them. So we have launched online classes, for instance, where we are trying to give them spiritual guidance through these difficult times. We are talking about mental health. We're talking about the spiritual guidance that they can turn to in these times of crisis, and how, there's a message of hope in the Quran, which is that after every time of hardship, there is ease. Certainly, there is ease after every hardship. And so we have to stick to this message of hope if we want to come out of this stronger at the end of the day.
And, this has been definitely an even more painful week, as well as the COVID losses. This country is still trying to comprehend the worst mass murder in Canadian history in Nova Scotia. And I wonder how religious leaders like yourself comfort the congregations now virtually to try to tackle the issue of mental health.
Right. When it comes to mental health, this is something that we have to talk about more. First of all, we condemn the attack that just happened a few days ago. It was a terrible, terrible tragedy. So in times like this, we ask our congregations across Canada, imams like myself, we talk about turning to God, and we talk about seeking our comfort in God. There's another verse of the Quran which says that we can find comfort in our hearts through remembrance of God. So I talk about that. And I also emphasize that we have to talk more about mental health. And other than getting spiritual guidance in this regard, we should also, those of us who need professional help, we should turn to that as well. So the conversation has to keep on going. We shouldn't just shun this or push this under the carpet.
Wow, such wise words and important words. And again, thank you, Imam Farhan Iqbal, for your insights today. And Ramadan Mubarak. Make sure I get the right...
Ramadan Mubarak, and thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. And that concludes our special report.